A lot of the people on the Loan Mod call last night are people who are looking for a business to get into, are wondering about the Loan Mod business. So they're concerned about regulatory issues. Am I able to legally do the Loan Mod business? So I want to address that right now. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the laws. I don't know all the rules in different states. But what I did do is I created a guide that goes state by state by state. So all 50 states are in the guide, one page per state. And the guide says what you need to do if you're going to do loan mods. If you need to be a lawyer, a broker, an agent, anybody can do them. And it gives you not the laws, but it gives you the link that gives you the place where you can research and read about the law yourself. That way, 20 minutes or an hour of reading and you'll have the whole thing figured out. You don't have to be a, rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. It isn't that complicated. There's three major elements to most of the states' rules about who can do loan mods for profit. Number one, generally you can't take advance fees. Now there's exceptions, like lawyers can take advance fees mostly. And also in places like California, if you get a contract approved by the Department of Real Estate, or you use one they've already approved, then you can charge advance fees. But in many states, you can't charge advance fees. This is not a problem because we give you the step-by-step ways of doing loan mods without charging advance fees and still getting paid. A lot of times, number two, the states' laws have certain contractual language that's required. They say that you have to give people the right to cancel so that in 3 days, 5 days, maybe up to 10 or 12 or 14 days, they can cancel the contract to do the loan mod, and that's it. So you can figure that out. That's very easy. The contractual language maybe you need to say in certain size type the specific language on the contract with regards to the right to cancel quite often. Most all the laws also prohibit certain transactions, like you can't agree to buy the property and then lease it back to the owner as a tenant. In order to help them evade or avoid or work out a loan mod or foreclosure situation. You can't do a lease back. You can't do that's generally what you can't do. And also they eliminate or prohibit misrepresentation. So you can't tell people they're going to get principal reductions, or you're going to stop their foreclosure, or you're going to get a certain result, because you don't know you're going to get that result. You can't say that. It's misleading. It's misrepresentation. So they prohibit that. That's generally what they do. It's not that big of a deal, Some of the states require you to be licensed by the real estate department generally. And that's fine. So you need a license. Big deal. Now, if you want to, you can also work and do loan mods on the side. First, you do it for yourself. Then you do it for friends and family. And then once you're experienced, you can always go to a lawyer. And you can say to the lawyer, look, you get the loan mod business. I'll do the work. And you pay me to do the work. Now, you can't do a specific fee-splitting arrangement with lawyers, but you can get paid for work. And if a lawyer is going to do loan mods, who's going to actually do the work? They're not going to sit there on the phone doing the work. They're going to have someone else do it. Why not you? You could have a nice, profitable business doing loan mods with a lawyer's license. The lawyer oversees the loan mod and supervises, but you do the work. So that's not a problem. Look, if you want to get into this business, there's millions of loan mods to be done. You could find all kinds of excuses not to do it, or you can just dive right in and do it. So that's what I suggest, that you dive in and do it, and you try it out. Right now, we have a special running. I'm going to keep it running through midnight tonight. $100 or $97 plus shipping for the entire deluxe platinum course with all these bonuses. You get the Obama Loan Mod Gold Mine. You get the tells you all about the how to make money with the Obama loan mod guidelines. You get the legal in 50 states explanation of each state and the legalities of loan mods. You get 4 hours of bonus audios on all these different situations that you're going to run into. But you get the story of Ben and how he had 12 properties underwater and his marriage and everything was just going to south, and what he did about it. You get all these bonuses and everything, and that normally comes with the platinum version. You get that for the price of the gold version, so less than $100. So that's what you really should do, is try it out. And you get to try it out for 365 days, so if you don't like it, send it back. All you're out is the money for shipping. The last question we get a lot of is, can I do a loan mod myself, or do I need someone else to do it? Here's my answer. If you're somebody who can read and follow some instructions and participate in something like this, then you could do this yourself, because with my information, even listening to this webinar last night, you'll be better equipped than most people to do your own loan mod. If you're somebody who just falls apart with that stuff and just can't, follow a track that somebody gives you, don't do it. Don't get the course. Don't bother with it. Go have someone else do your loan mod. It's well worth $1,500, $2,000 to get a good loan mod for somebody. But I will say this, and this is my last tip. If you have somebody do your loan mod for you, call the bank and verify that they have actually submitted your application. Don't just take their word for it. You don't want to be surprised, because if you pick a company that isn't doing the job, you could be surprised that, one day they're nailing a foreclosure notice to your front door, or the sheriff comes to evict you because you weren't paying attention and the firm that you hired to do the work just didn't follow through on the work. You don't want that to happen. So you would want to call the bank and make sure they've got your application, that it's in order. The the loan mod company that you select may not like you doing that, but anybody legitimate won't mind if you're checking up on them, and anybody can understand that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You just need to understand the process. Even if you hire someone to do it, you need to understand the process that they're doing, and you need to check up on them a little bit. Don't just put your head in the sand and just assume it's all being done, because there are companies that are legitimate and there are companies that just aren't doing the job. Sometimes people just get buried in work because there's so many loan mods to do. They get so much going that they just can't follow up on all of them. And they try and try, but they just fall further and further behind. And if you're one of the people that's given them your loan mod file to work with and they're not doing the job for you, you may not be aware of it till it's too late. So by simply calling the bank and checking up on them, you'll know that they've got your loan mod application, that it's in the works, and you can feel better about it and not really worry about it. So those are my tips about doing loan mods for profit, about doing your own loan mods, and about whether or not you're qualified yourself to do them once you go through my material, or whether you should find someone to do them. And if you find someone to do them, how to check up on them. I hope you've enjoyed this and look forward to working with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.